Welcome to the second video of Google Drive 101 for Google Camp at Hamilton College. So this is a great example of how to search for that document that I was just showing you in the first video. I know I named it Google 101, and so I can see that these are like a PowerPoint. It's called a Google presentation. This is a Google Doc, and this is the video that I just recorded in the first one. So this is the actual Google Doc. So that's what I want to open. And I'm able to see that I had shared it right here. This is what this means, that I've shared it, but I've put the privileges that only the people with the link can do that. And if you hover over it, it will say to you that it's shared anyone with the link. Now, if I change that to so that it's public on the web, you'll see that this right here, this is specific people with the link, people on or public on the web. Then I will see a globe up here. All right, so if I want to move this to a folder, I can do it one of two ways. Well, actually, one of three ways. One is I can click this, and it's already in the Connected Ed 2015 folder. But if I want to put it in a different folder, then let's say I want to put it in my economics folder, I can move it there. That's one way to move it. Another way to move it is do this, same kind of thing. And the other way to do it is the fact that you go into your drive. So I'm going to go back here. So let's say I'm at this list of my folders and of my documents. Let's say that I go down and I want to change this right here. And I just right click on it and I can move it. I can get the link. I can share. There's lots of different things that you can do with that. All right, so back to this. We've already created a doc. If you create a sheets, that turns into exactly like a spreadsheet. If you go to, excuse me, if you go to down in the, sorry about that, I didn't mean to close that. If you go to in here and you click on new, and then Google Slides or Google Presentation, again, it depends on which version of it you have. This is going to be like your PowerPoint. And then I told you I talk about, in the first video, I told you I talk about Google Forms. And Google Forms is a great way for you to be able to push out a survey or a quiz or something and get instant data from it. So this is a little bit more of an advanced feature, and there's a million different things you can do with this. I'm just going to show you a very, very basic thing that you can do with this. So you want to title it. So again, Google Drive 101. And so I want to put, you can put a form description in there if you want. I'm going to put my first question. Did you find this helpful? And I can choose different kinds of answers: text, paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, choose from a list. These are pretty advanced, but most of the time when I do this anyway, I'm just going to do multiple choice. So yes, very helpful. Yes, somewhat helpful. Yeah, neutral. No, it wasn't helpful. So then if you want to make it a required question, you click that. So it'll have a little star next to it. And if you don't, then it doesn't really matter. So there's a couple things you can do from here. First of all, you can duplicate it so that the next question has the same exact answer. So if you are doing something that would have the same exact answer, it saves you a ton of time. Next, you can also click add item, and there's lots of different things that you can add. And again, this is a little bit more complex, but it's definitely just play. You're not going to do any harm by doing anything. So I just want to show you right now what the live form would look like, and that's what it would look like. But if I want to make it a little bit more fancy dancy, I can click on change theme. And I can customize it. I can customize the header, the title, the description, the question, the help text, options, form background, page background. So if I want to choose an image, I can do a couple things. I can go from the ones that they have right here, or I can upload one, or I can choose from what's on my drive. So I'm just going to choose one. Let's look at party. So let's put that one as my header. And then it shows you what that's going to look like. And then I can change, the question font. Let's say I want that. So it changes that. So it's just a way to fancy dancy it up a little bit. And then when you want to look at the answers, you click on view responses and you get a spreadsheet. So I could do it that way. I have them time stamped. Let's say I had people put their names in, everything like that. The other thing you can do is you can go to responses and it'll tell you how many have done. You can go to summary of responses and you'll get some pie charts. And let me show you what that looks like on my end from some Google Forms that I do in class. I use these as entrance or bell ringers, I've used them as exit tickets. I've sent out surveys this way. There's lots of different ways that you can use these things. I mean, it's a million things. You can put in images. If you'll notice on here, I have some images in here and I just did screenshots and I uploaded them. And it's very, very easy to do that. So if I can see that 15 kids took the last part of it. And they only have to do 2 questions a day, so that's why I have it dated so they know. So the last 2 questions that we're going to have data for are based on this chart right here, these 2 questions. So I can go up here and I can go to responses and I can go to summary of responses and scroll down to the questions that they had to answer. And I can get this kind of data and it's instant. So this is a great way to get instant feedback to see, check for understanding, to see if they, got it, didn't get it, that type of a thing. And then if I wanted to, if they had to put their name on it, I could have gone to view responses and it would have their name on it. And that way I would be able to tell, who got which question right, etc. Now, again, there are so many more things that you can do with this. I'm just showing you the very simple things that you can do with it. A couple other things are the fact that you want to, when you go to the shared with me, and I don't know how your shared with me folder is going to look, but I do everything in Google Docs. The kids do not turn a piece of paper into me. Everything is shared with me. I do the search a lot because you can search by person. So let's say I want to see what Decker sent me. I can click on that and it'll show me everything that Decker has shared with me. And so if a kid says, well, I shared it with you, you can go back and you can look and say, all right, let's see, maybe if you typed in my email address wrong, something like that. So there's different ways that you can go about searching for that document. And then lastly, if you want to change your settings, they're right here. If you wanted to go, like I have the new version of Drive, you can go back to the old version if you want. There's keyboard shortcuts. Basically, this is the most amazing thing because you have the way to collaborate. You have the way to share. You don't have to be on the same device to do it. People can collaborate in real time, don't have to be in the same place at the same time. Kids can be working on a project and they can be in 2 totally different places. My rule is that you have to share everything with me so that way I can monitor what's going on. And kids, as they're working, I'm able to see what they're doing and I'm able to comment on what they're doing. So for an example, if I were to open up, actually, that's not the document I wanted, sorry. If I wanted to open up a document right here, I can not only see, what it was, who edited it, when they edited it, but I can also add comments to it if I wanted to. So if I just click right here, I click comments, I'm able to type in a comment and he and I can have a running discussion. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you have my email address.